The truth occurs.
Hi everyone. Well, rumor has it that Hillary Clinton has a body double. I have to say they're doing a lot of construction around here and I've tried to make this video a few times. This time I'm just gonna make it. So if you hear some knocking, just ignore it. The question is, does Hillary Clinton have a body double? And was the body double used for the photo op in front of Chelsea's apartment after Hillary was basically carried away into the van when she collapsed at the 9/11 memorial about an hour and a half earlier? So first of all, it's all over the internet and a lot of sites are saying like, well, crazy conspiracy theory, but you know, it's not really that far-fetched. I mean, politicians have been known to have body doubles. There's actually a name for it. It's called a political decoy. And you can go on Wikipedia and see a list of people who've had it. There's a few sites like that, and among them are George Bush. So the political decoy is usually used to make people look over there, there's the politician, when really the politician is making an exit somewhere else. So there's a few reasons why people think that the person in front of Chelsea's apartment is not the real Hillary. It's really starting to be like a will the real Hillary please stand up. First of all, Hillary was taken away in really bad shape. She had collapsed. I mean, if she has walking pneumonia, that's probably what would happen. Dehydration is something that happens to people with walking pneumonia. And, you know, she fainted. And you can recover from fainting fairly quickly. So I just want to allow for the possibility that she was brought there. Maybe she didn't go to a doctor because the doctor came to her. Maybe he gave her something and she felt better. Good enough to do a quick photo op outside the apartment, put on a brave face, and get in the van. And let's be clear, it is a photo op. Some people said, well, where's the Secret Service? How come she's out in public and, you know, unprotected? But if you look at the footage from different angles, you'll see that actually the whole area was like cordoned off by police. And probably all the people that are in there near her, they're probably all actors, including obviously the child. Now, another thing is, well, if she has pneumonia, what's she doing hugging a child? Okay, she didn't really hug the child. And to give her pneumonia, which is contagious, she would have to like cough or sneeze on her. But still, I mean, either that's really bad judgment or it's not the real Hillary. Okay, as for her physical looks, why people are saying that maybe it's not the real Hillary. For one, her face, she looks better when she comes out of the apartment. Her hair looks different. I mean, this can be explained by hair and makeup touch-ups. The hands, do the hands look different? Her fingers are different lengths. It could be explained by an angle of the hand, foreshortening. So I couldn't say that that's like really solid evidence. She looks thinner. I think she looks thinner in general though, which is not surprising because she's been ill. If you look at the footage from the memorial, she looks a little slimmer. I mean, she looks really slim in front of the apartment, like so slim that even I'm looking at it and I'm like, no, it can't be. Either Chelsea has a really great lipo machine up in her apartment, or it's a double. But here's another thing. One of the photos that's being circulated as proof that the Hillary in front of Chelsea's apartment is way too skinny and can't really be her, that photo is altered. If you compare it to the original footage of Hillary, which is on the left, compare that now to the picture on the right, which is the one circulating as supposed proof that it's not Hillary, and you'll see that clearly the Hillary in that picture has been stretched. Some people are saying the proportions of her face are different. I'm not sure. The nose tip, does it go down more? Something's weird. I'd say like that, yeah, it looks a little bit strange. Okay, probably the biggest thing about why people think this is Hillary's double is that they think that she's shorter. Montegraph did a video where he's saying he's looking at the door, he's trying to figure out the proportions of the door, figure out exactly, you know, how tall a person is who just walked out. Hillary Clinton is supposedly 5'6", and people have concluded that the person who came out of the apartment is a bit shorter. Is it possible? Here's a photo that's been put up for comparison. Okay, the photo on the left, obviously Hillary has more weight on her. This is earlier in the year. She's probably in better health also. But I kind of moved the photo a little bit to try to even it out so they're like at the same height. Now in the photo with the bright blue suit, the royal blue suit, she's wearing heels. But if you like line it up so that her feet are at the same level as the photo on the right, what strikes me is that the proportions are different. Now I could screw around with this on my computer and try to like even out the photos. So I could like mess around and like try to enlarge or reduce till they match. And I was finding that I cannot make them match. The proportions of the body seem to be different. Like it could just be an illusion, but it's like the person in the royal blue suit is taller and it's a smaller picture. She has a different size head. I mean, you can mess around with this and see if you can get it to match up. Accounting for the weight, which makes her face wider, never mind that. If you match up the feet and the shoulders, the head comes out higher. Like in this picture that I'm showing you, I didn't match it up exactly. It actually looks to me like the person on the right in the darker suit has sort of longer legs in proportion to her torso versus the one on the left. Now, maybe I'm just tripping here, and like I said, I'm trying to be really skeptical. All the other stuff, like her accent's different, I don't hear it. The makeup, whatever. The nose, maybe. But the proportions, they don't seem to match. So explain me that. Because people have said, well, like her walk is different. Maybe whatever they gave her upstairs put a spring in her step. I don't know. She's got her purse on the wrong side. Could she have just put it on the other side for whatever reason? Like almost anything can be explained except for the proportions. So, you know, maybe Montegraph is onto something. But you know what? If it's a double, which I'm not saying it is, but like if it is, it's like, well, then it's a political decoy. Like Hillary's been sick for a long time, and maybe they just set up a photo op to try to reassure the public. Would they have gone so far as using a decoy? Maybe. Maybe Hillary like was home in bed the whole time. Or maybe the real Hillary was still up in Chelsea's apartment. Or maybe this is the real Hillary and she just was able to put on a brave face, like I said, long enough to get in the van, get home and go to bed. Oh, okay, I have to add one more thing. Teresa Barnwell, the Hillary Clinton impersonator, I definitely don't think it's her. She just looks nothing like Hillary Clinton. And if they were going to use a political decoy, they probably wouldn't use a well-known impersonator of the politician herself. That would make no sense. I'm sure there are people out there who could pass much more readily for Hillary's twin. Okay, this may or may not be a decoy of Hillary, but what I'm more concerned about is that scene where they brought her into the van. I mean, what was that thing that fell out of her pants? You can clearly hear it's metal falling, you know, when it hits the pavement, clink. So what was that? What's she got in her pants? And nobody seems to pay any attention to it. They obviously don't think it's important. I mean, either Hillary Clinton is really a human-like robot who is losing parts, and that's why they're like, oh, lost a screw. Never mind, get her in the van, we'll give her another one. Or maybe Hillary Clinton is a human slot machine and she just gave a big payout. Ching! Just like a walking Vegas. So whatever it is, whether Hillary Clinton is a robot or a human slot machine, or maybe this is her double, let me know what you think. Leave your comments. Thanks for liking this video. Thanks for listening to me, and I'll see you next time.